and welcome to another D&D session. I'm Anthony, I'm the DM. I run games of Dungeons and Dragons on the Games of Geekery Discord server, for the moment. And today we're playing City of Gate 2.0, which is a bit different. We're on episode 83. Would the players like to introduce their characters, please?
Hi, I'm playing, Emma a normal human geek.
Yep.
I guess I'll go next. I will still be answering to the name Jinrilla. I am a
Normal
synthetic
human.
life form thing.
Completely normal human. Yes. But yeah, synthetic life form. Consciousness uploaded into a synthoid.
Yeah, I am a human consciousness loaded into a robotic body.
Yep. Wilhelm?
Hello, I'm Wilhelm. Still just Wilhelm, just a normal old dude.
Yep. But you're not an owlin anymore.
Nope, not an owl, just a normal old dude.
Okay. What happened last time we played?
We have learned that, our, what's the guy's name again? The one that's, kind of explosive happy?
Explosive happy?
Like, the one that we were, hanging out with earlier, the one with the EMP bomb?
Oh, I see what you mean. Like, he wants to blow things up. Are you referring to Jester or the steampunk guy?
Steampunk guy?
Yeah. Yeah.
We learned that both of them are very,
Crazy.
Yeah, and then, went to go get some tea, and explore a little bit of the outside world. And I guess for payment for having some tea, we are on a quest to get tea leaves and honey for a shopkeeper or brewer, someone that sells tea.
Mm-hmm.
And we were able to get the party back together somewhat.
Woo.
Is there anything you guys want to add that I have forgotten?
We knocked out a security patrol drone thing so that I could get a signal booster, so as to not have issues too far away from the smart city.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And we also, picked up a, a guy, kind of, that's supposed to, help us. In exchange for, quarters.
Yeah, who's gonna, basically be your Sherpa through the woods, right?
Yeah. Since, 2 out of the 3 of us are squishy.
I'm squishy.
Yeah, but you're more likely to survive without your head. and not bleed to death if something goes wrong. It's like, Wilhelm, are you secretly a robot as well?
Nope. Last I checked, flesh and bone.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. So yes, the party's on a mission. To go into the woods and collect herbs for the tea lady.
But first, we were stopping by the weapon shop and collecting a bow, a stick, and a sling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Did we play through that bit already, or?
I think.
I don't think. I don't remember. I know we were talking about it, but it got.
Like, yeah.
You got very tired, and I don't remember exactly where we stopped.
I think we finished because I think I remember when Wilhelm was like, "Oh yeah, staff." The guy was like, "A stick," and Wilhelm was like, "A heavy stick," but yes.
Yes. But yeah, you got some. So you got some simple weapons.
Yeah.
Yay. And then you're heading off to the woods, yes?
Yep. We're gonna head off.
Off to the woods today.
Off into the woods.
Over the river and through the woods to grandmother's house we go.
Yep. It's the worst that could happen.
Grandma?
If Grandma came out of the game to kill us, we're screwed.
No, it'd be more hilarious. Like, oh, there's just a random house in the woods that smells like gingerbread.
Well, we find a random house, we go knock on it, and it's. Oh my, grandmother! What big eyes you have! What big teeth you have!
I don't know what the
Sorry.
hell you guys are talking about, but I assume it's those games you play all the time.
It's
a reference.
Yeah, there's a folktale. Essentially, the best way to explain it is there's a folktale of essentially two kids got lost in the woods, came upon a gingerbread house, which was just candy. Came upon a candy house. Upon entering candy house, a witch was inside, and she tried to eat the kids.
A witch?
Yeah.
What's a witch?
Best way. Imagine somebody that could control lightning and things like that. Someone with similar powers, but not those exact things.
That is also like an old woman.
Yeah.
An old woman that
Or just
controls
in
lightning?
general.
Yeah.
That'd be damn handy.
Except when they want to eat your kids and your soul. But otherwise, yeah.
Why would she want to eat your kids?
Well, that's just a thing. Witches like kids' souls.
It's just-
Souls?
Yeah, why do witches like eating souls?
I think it's closer to like a hag thing, but it's probably because they want the power of a hag. I don't know.
You guys are
Yeah.
crazy. Talking all kinds of nonsense.
Yeah, I wouldn't need my I wouldn't need my books to, I guess, explain to you the difference between witches and hags and all that, and magic.
Books. Now we got some of those. Some of them were found in the yeah, some of them were found.
Well, hopefully they have some fiction books.
There's not many physical books left. Most that were found were digitized into the smart cities database.
Yeah, that's what they want you to do.
That way the system can control the flow of information.
Yeah. Well, we Discons like to keep our information for ourselves, you know?
Well, when it was originally done, it made sense because it was harder to destroy the digitized versions because they were everywhere. But when things went a little awry and out of control, information was restricted. But anyway, off to the woods to find plants and bee vomit.
Bee vomit?
Honey,
Yes, dear? Just my little joke.
uh,
No. It's a good one.
anyway. Yeah, let's just into the woods carefully.
It don't matter if you're careful or not. If there's something there, it'll find you.
If we're careful, we'll know it's finding us. Never mind.
Maybe.
I'm going to trust your instinct.
Yeah. When I say run, run fast and in different directions. That way it can only get one of us.
So
Sounds good to me.
hey, you're the expert.
Yeah. All right. So you start walking away from the, even further away from the smart city, towards the overgrown area beyond. It's not really a woods per se. There are trees there, but it's mostly just overgrowth.
Are we talking like savanna type landscape?
But more like, okay. Do you know what brambles are?
Maybe.
Twisted, kind of like plants that kind of get knotted and like are bush-like.
In America, you might call them briar.
Ah, okay. Gotcha.
But yeah, so there's lots of briar and nettles and bracken and just thick a thick overgrowth of plants. And Dan has left. Anyway. Any of you bring a matchet?
Oh, what?
Matchet.
No,
You know,
no one brought.
You mean a match?
No, he means a short bladed object used for cutting through thick undergrowth like this.
that's right, a matchet.
Nope.
Hatchet?
I got a knife back there, but I don't think it's big enough for that.
He's saying he's saying machete, but he's never heard the word machete.
Ah.
So it's matchet.
Well, Yeah, I didn't ask for a bladed weapon because I didn't think I believed metal was too precious.
It is. It's damn expensive. Hard to find. But maybe if we survive and manage to take down one of the something, whatever comes, I suppose. Maybe we can take some metal from its body.
Yeah. Goody. How sharp do these things look, Anthony?
The briars?
Yeah.
They're mostly just annoying. They're gonna tangle you the fuck up before they do any real damage.
So if I took a small knife or something small or a sharp rock.
Mm.
I start getting a pathway cleared.
It would take a long time doing it that way. You're probably better off just trampling over it as best you can.
Fair enough.
Pushing it down with your feet. Alright, let's go. Alright, so.
I'm going.
Go on.
I'm going to bring my power settings up from bare minimum to roughly. I don't know if I can get up to drone level, but I'm going to bring it up some so that I'm a little bit more prepared for whatever happens.
You doing what now?
Remember, I had shrank my my signature down by turning off a bunch of stuff so that I put out as little amount of power hanging around as possible so I'm going to start slowly bringing it back up because we're further away from the city and I'd like to be a little bit more. I don't want to say I'm going to be perfectly prepared for whatever happens, but I don't want to be. I don't want to be the weakest link.
Okay. Now, so you're gonna have to be, if you're looking for herbs, you're gonna have to actually be looking in the plants that you're trampling over, trying to find something that looks like herbs. Something that looks edible. Something that can be steeped in hot water and be delicious. Now, luckily, you don't just have to rely on sight. A lot of plants that are delicious when made into teas are aromatic. They smell good. You need to follow your nose.
Sniff, sniff.
Sniff.
Sniff, sniff.
Sniffles.
Okay. But yeah. Now, of course, the other stuff, also flowers also smell nice in a different way.
Isn't there like some like teas that are basically just flowers?
Yeah, there are some tea-based flowers as well. Some flower-based teas as well. Yes. But yeah. And also flowers is probably where you're going to find the robo bees. So what are you looking for first?
So guys, should we go after? Well, I just saw like some flowers you can make into tea. So should we try to go for those, or just look for actual herbs? Or what with the? There might be like robo bees near the flowers.
I'm good with whatever.
I'm good with what you think's gonna be easiest for us. The herbs, starting with the herbs, doesn't sound like it'd be a bad idea though. That we don't have to immediately start with bees and stuff.
So, Mr. Guy, do you know where might some herbs be at?
There's a good nettle patch over here.
Okay.
Also, the briars, you can actually take those leaves and they taste a little like the berries when they're steeped.
And I guess we can grab some of those as well.
Careful, don't depricule yourself with any of them.
Are they dangerous?
Well, not dangerous, but those nettles sure do sting. Do you guys have nettles in America? You do, right?
I think so. I'm pretty sure.
Talking about like spiky plant things.
They're they're the ones that when you brush against them, they've got little needles on the leaves that actually inject you with a painful stuff.
No.
As a kid, I once put my hand through a patch of them, and it swelled up to like twice its size.
Yeah.
I think some places have something like that. I'm not sure. I don't know if they changed the name or whatnot, but I think we have plants that do that. Is it possible for me to turn off my receptors?
You turn off your what?
Like, yeah. Since my body is not normal, can I turn off my pain receptors?
Yes, you can turn off your pain receptors. Yeah, they do have sticky nettles in the US, according to Google. But
I just don't know exactly where. So yeah, I'll start harvesting the things after I kind of turn off the pouch for a minute.
Okay. It probably will affect you differently. But as you are while you are foraging, you see a creature moving through the foliage. It's only tiny. In fact, your roleplay game experience would tell you that this thing is a rat. Or at least, it used to be.
Unless it looks like it's coming at me, I'm going to ignore it.
It has metallic components integrated into its body.
He just said metal was rare, didn't he?
Metal is, yeah. Yes. Yes, it is.
Just a tiny creature, like
It's a rat.
Yeah, like what size? Are we talking like New York rats? Because that's the size of a fucking chihuahua.
No,
It is true, though.
squirrel-sized.
Oh,
Okay.
There's not much metal on it. Not much worth grabbing.
yeah, unless it's a swarm or coming straight at me or something, I'm not going to mess with it.
Genrilla.
Yes.
This thing is on the network. You can connect to it. Basically, your Bluetooth pings it as a connectable device.
Okay, so at that point, there's kind of an audible, and inside my head, I'm like, what in the ever-loving fuck? And then I'm going to connect and see why the fuck is this creature that the drones protect the city from on the network?
It seems to be. Go on.
Control it.
Sorry.
Oh, I was just saying the best way to protect the city is if you control the threats to the city.
It is an older version of the network, much closer to your own hardware, generally. But nevertheless, this seems to be engineered to be a to basically be bio cleanup.
Like as in, like, trash? Like
As
bio
in-
trash, or like then eliminating population?
if this thing can find a body to if this they're designed to break down any large dead bodies.
Large dead body, not large living body.
No, they're what's the word?
Scavengers?
Scavengers. Yes.
Okay.
This one
I'm going
seems to be separated from its pack.
I'm going to disconnect, and at this point, I'm going to try to kill it.
You're gonna try and kill it. Okay.
I want to take it because it's connected. It's an older model, but it's connected to the. It's still functioning. I want to see how it has like service way the hell out here.
Okay.
Might help us. It might help us in the future with other bigger creatures or other things, depending if they have similar whatnot.
Okay. So, are you going to tell the rest of them to kill it?
Hey guys, you see the rat? I want it.
Oak. Emma starts like trying to come here, baby. Tried to get the rat to come to her and stuff.
It watches you for a moment and then disappears into the undergrowth. Toby, enough! Knock it off.
I guess I try to run after it.
No, no. Please don't.
Okay. Okay, I won't.
We don't know where the rest of its. We don't know where the rest of its group is. The last thing you need to wander alone into a swarm of robot rats.
So why exactly did you want the rat?
It's connected,
Or connectable, at least.
or at least connectable.
So you were able to connect to it?
Yes, it has access to the network.
You didn't take off your device?
If I take off my device, I die.
You would? I thought you guys left the network.
I am mostly shielded from the network and or pretending to be a drone.
How do you pretend to be a drone?
I'm using the don't ask. It's hard to explain.
Are you, you're not one of them synthoids, are you?
I'm playing in sharp plants and I'm not screaming in pain. What do you think?
Well, I'm done here. I'll, see you guys back at camp. Clearly you don't need my help. You're, quite capable of doing this on your own.
I have no idea of where we're going or what we're doing.
I'm sorry, what?
I said I have no idea of where we're going or what exactly we're doing out here. Why are you suddenly wanting to wander off?
I'm just, you're not far from the town. Just go back there way a ways when you collect all the herbs you want. Clearly you've got this covered. You don't need my help. You should be proud of yourselves.
Why are you spooked of Jinrilla?
Why are you not?
Because I've hang out and lived with them for about a few months now.
That thing
Here we go.
is one of them. They're part of it.
Actually, I'm one of you whose consciousness was loaded into this body through the network some time ago.
You think because they mapped your brain and stuck it in a machine that makes you a person? No, you're just a copy. You're a program. You're a machine.
And you're a bigot.
Well, I that
Anything that's different from me is evil.
that's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying that it's because look, I realize that the part of you that still thinks of yourself as a person is going to be offended by this. But you are still part of the network. You, as long as you're around, the machines are gonna know everything that we're doing.
Except for the fact that they don't.
You really think they won't be keeping tabs on you?
Trust me, if they... I'm really good at hiding from them. That's why I've spent a lot of time in the things so that I could keep hiding from them.
Are you trying to tell me that you're a machine that has convinced the machines that you're not?
I suppose, in a way, you could say that.
Still worried. I still think everything you see and hear is gonna go straight to them.
If that was the case, I have a feeling things would have already taken a very dark turn. But I believe that the network would see me as much of a danger as you do.
Is that so? And was it?
I'd rather not say. I don't know that I trust you enough.
You don't trust me. Look, I'm flesh and blood. I'm human. I'm real.
Which
You're
means,
a robot copy. I'm far more
Yes.
trustworthy than you.
really, humans by their very nature can be duplicitous, whereas machines, as you quite clearly say, must follow their programming.
And what if you? But your programming might be to be duplicitous.
But do you have any idea how much energy and coding it takes to do that with a machine?
No, I don't do that stuff.
Exactly. It's not easy. And machinery and programs don't pull it off very easily. Trust. When these two logged out and they sent me replacements, they did their best, but boy, were they off. No machine can perfectly copy a human.
Okay, I'm gonna have to go deal with Toby. I'll be back. Sorry about this, guys.
That's good.
What you doing, silly dog?
So, Wilhelm, what do you, I guess, after we do this quest, what do you want to do next?
I still don't know, but I think we should see at the end of this. But I definitely think we need more knowledge of the world before we start doing too much.
Okay.
Encyclopedia Britannica downloading.
Yeah. Like, do you guys want to? Like what we were doing before, like just hanging out and accidentally crashing the server from within seemed like it was a good job for us, but do you guys want to do something else besides that?
I mean, it's going to be hard to sneak into a very closed game.
There. Didn't
Not
you
impossible.
didn't you say like they actually closed off?
Yeah. Well, I said it's going to be kind of hard for you two to sneak back in. I'm still technically connected.
I was gonna say like you just is it possible to just make alternate accounts and just let us use it?
If I was gonna pull a stunt like that, well, I'd have to be closer to the center of the city. I think I would probably need more hardwired access as opposed to digital.
Fair.
And yes, as far as I know, they still do have some. Just gonna try to repurpose it. Thing is that the more I try to do, the bigger the risk that I get caught and bring the heat down on all of us.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Now, you might be able to do more with Jester's help than on my own, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how far.
Yeah, is it weird that he can somehow have access to the network even though, like, it's... Like, is he a similar situation to you?
He
Okay,
hinted that maybe
Not exactly.
or something. So
I'm back.
Yay!
Okay, so as you're trying to explain to this old discon that you are not a threat, you hear rustling in the undergrowth around you, like all around you.
Wilhelm is going to the moment he hears it, kind of like position himself where his back is at somebody else's back, but angle his staff towards the ground, ready to swing.
Okay. You see that there are several connectable devices available in your area.
No. I know what I, as a new person, would try to do, but I don't want to do it here right now. I would probably try to connect as many of them as possible and attempt to force a shutdown.
Okay, why don't you want to do that?
because I know what's going to happen if I fail. No. Fine. I will attempt. I will attempt to connect to some. I will attempt to connect to a couple of them and see if it's even possible before I would try like a mass blanketing.
Query. From everyone that you connect to. Query. State your function.
Oh God. I don't know if it'll work. Admin?
Bio's hostile.
No.
Do they require
They require what?
I'm trying to think of the wording, sorry.
Oh, okay.
Do they need to be reclaimed?
No.
Do you require assistance?
No. I have control of the situation. When monitoring the bios, will signal if help is needed.
Affirmative. And those of you who are not aware of what's happening will just hear the rustling move away.
Well,
What in the hell?
Look down off.
I told them to go away.
Wait. So you can commune with the scrap rats.
Yes.
That's a little terrifying, if you don't mind me saying. Oh, for fuck's sake, Toby.
Would you rather have been reclaimed?
I would not. That's wait. Could you have them?
What?
Could you have them work against the network?
I would rather not push too far right now because, like I said, I'm trying to not shoot up flares for the network to find me. Which means the bigger the alteration I make, or the more power I pull, or the more crazy stunts I perform, the more likely that they will find me and bring physical hunters and digital rovers.
Oh, I get it. I get it. You're a pussy.
I'd rather not be the person responsible for bringing a whole bunch of
Uh-huh.
unnecessary killing to the Discons.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah. Are you hearing this? Because I just keep hearing I'm a pussy, I'm a pussy.
Hey, Adrian, really quick question. Are you able to, I guess, ask him to maybe do tasks?
Huh?
Can you perhaps ask him to do tasks like pick up stuff? Or gather materials?
Once again, I would really rather not connect more often than necessary, because the more I do, the more likely it is they're going to find me.
Fair enough.
Until I can get some more shielding programs or devices, I don't trust that I can't be, that when I'm trying to hack them, I'm not being hacked myself.
Hey, would you be willing to talk to some of the spoofers about teaching and teach them how to do it so that you don't have to?
I don't know. I don't know if this. I don't know if they'll. I can try. I can definitely try to teach them how to do it. I don't know if their technology will let them connect to these older models, but I can definitely
Well,
try.
most of the devices that the spoofers use are old models. Even if they're Environ devices, they tend to be older models.
It's fair. That's fair. So I can definitely talk to them once we get back. Let's finish gathering up whatever leaves and whatnot, and then go find some honey real quick and head back.
Well, all right then. Well, I tell you, today's been a real eye-opener for me. Never seen anything like it.
Day's not over yet. Might still see something new that surprises you.
Oh, I don't know if I could take any more. It's already been a hell of a day.
So, you guys handle a couple things. I've got to get my kid in the car.
Okay. So, what do Wilhelm and Emma make of this? Or are you just gonna shrug your shoulders and keep looking for
This seems like some random ability Generilla would have, so Wilhelm's kind of just like, meh.
Yeah, we need to protect him at all cost.
him?
I mean, her.
Generilla, because he's like, if anyone was going to have a superpower, it's Generilla, with their access to his network. So we must protect him.
Okay.
You know what? Okay, never mind. Just
I was just I didn't know that Generilla was he. I thought that I thought they were still female. But anyway,
I don't know. I don't know.
We'll ask when Jeff comes back.
Okay. I just default to male because of Jeff, but okay.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, we were just a little confused as to who you meant by he, because of, yeah. Anyway, so you want to keep Generilla protected because their abilities might be useful, the network might think so too, etc., etc. Yeah.
Yep, and that and the discons.
And that and what?
The discons of like having someone that can connect to stuff easily.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, if
like,
you... Yeah. I mean, you can see why. If they,
I guess just tea leaves.
Yep. Keep looking for herbs that could be used in teas. Anything that smells good. Wilhelm, agree?
Yeah.
Okay. Now you guys said you were looking for honey, too. Yeah.
Yes.
I can show you where a hive is if you're interested.
Sure.
Sure.
Okay. Okay, I don't know whose sign is and what they're up to. Anyway. You follow your guide, your ranger. To a strange yellow mound in the woods. And of course, there are things flying around it.
How big is this mound?
Probably about 4 foot tall and about 2 foot wide.
It's a big hive.
Well, I reckon there should be a lot of honey in it then.
And bees.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bees.
It's cold. Cold.
Once again, Generilla, you detect hundreds, possibly even in excess of 1,000 of connectable devices.
The bees are connectable devices.
The bees are connectable devices. Again, it's a much older network. It's not Enveron. It's something that predates it.
All right.
But they are indeed connectable.
I like to play. Okay. I will attempt to connect. And I especially want to see if I can connect to the queen, or whatever passes for queen.
Access code required. access code required.
Yes, I got it. I got it. Jamila would be much faster at this, but I'm trying to think of what
I'm just
what I would.
emphasizing
Yeah,
that it is.
yeah, it's a time sensitive. There are, um, do I think I'm skilled enough to override the access code required? Basically hack past the access code.
Guessed.
Huh?
Guessed.
I would love to say yes, I'm going to try it, but I don't know. Because my other option is to just implant the sensation of. Where's your water? Smoke. Like beekeepers use, like not actually create smoke, but like connect all of them and just kind of make them think they're smoke.
I am smoke. um.
I don't know how well that would work either, but it might be easier than trying to, like get their queen under my control so I can control the whole freaking hive. And if none of that's going to work, then we just go the old-fashioned way and we, get ouchied.
I was gonna say
So-
we could just find some weed and just
Find some.
burn it in your hive.
Or,
Emergency.
emergency.
Well, that's what you're trying to do, is make them like override the protocols by making them think that there's an imminent threat. That you're trying to.
I've got a really stupid idea. I've got a really stupid idea on how we could do this. Now, whether or not I can survive it or get away is the question.
Go on.
I'm just gonna walk up. I'm gonna punch the hive, and I'm gonna run like hell.
Threat detected. Threat detective. Initiate intimidation. And of course, you end up with a large cloud of bees chasing you.
Cool.
Which leaves relatively few bees still buzzing around the hive. What would so Wilhelm and Emma would have seen Genrilla kick the hive and run off.
I would have jump, basically go into into the fetal position, trying to hide my vital organs and put my hood up for my hoodie so bees don't sting me.
So okay.
Unlike Gwen, whose strategy was to retreat to the fetal position, would Wilhelm know essentially that if he can find a piece of the honeycomb, he could just break it off and go?
Yeah, I mean the structure is based. Let's see if I can find a picture of. So. Okay. The mound does have like fins on it. I can't find exactly what it looks like, but here's one in a tree, so you get the idea.
And you said Gwen, or not Gwen, but Jinrilla, when she ran up and kicked it and fucking started just running, most of the bees immediately went, go kill her.
Yeah, they're chasing after her.
Alright.
Generally is a her, right? Jeff?
Yes. Kinda.
Yeah. They're
It's
female.
more-
They present as female, right?
Well, like the body is kind of a gender neutral frame.
Okay. That's not helpful.
They're not really female or male, just sort of a
Okay.
base humanoid frame.
Okay. What are Genrilla's pronouns?
We're still gonna go with she, her, because
Okay.
I'm not sure that the brain actually remembers what it originally was.
Fair.
Fair enough.
Okay. The kick actually probably would have cracked one of the wax fins as well. Wilhelm.
Sorry, I zoned out for a second.
The Genrilla's
Alright.
kick would have cracked one of the wax fins, one of the pieces of the hive.
To a point to where it's hanging off?
To where it's at an angle?
Yeah, like at an angle that he could like run up, grab it, and go.
You can certainly try.
Okay, he's gonna look at Gwen, hold this for me real quick.
Okay, I get up and just. What am I holding?
My staff.
The stick.
Okay, I'll hold a stick. Are you sure you don't want to use this to nudge the thing towards you?
You know what, yeah, that's not a bad idea, actually. I can run up
Leverage.
and just crack it the rest of the time. Alrighty.
Jam it in between the plates and crack.
Yep, never mind. Well, Homer's gonna take it with him. Alright, well, I'll be back in a second. We're gonna see if this works.
I guess I'll get, like, whatever stuff we have to hold, honey.
Well, the
I'm just imagining we picked up some jars, and that's it.
I mean, there's a good chance it's just going to stay in the combs for a while.
yeah,
Until it
it's
can
going to
be
be
crossed.
dripping. It's going to be dripping, but yeah, a lot of it's going to stay in the comb.
Okay.
Oh god, do I have a cloak or anything?
Take my hoodie.
Thank you. Alright, he's gonna use Gwen's hoodie. When he gets up there, he's gonna kind of like nudge it, like nudge the weak point and everything to dislodge it, and once it hits the ground, he's gonna scoop it up in Gwen's hoodie and run.
Okay. A few more of the bees run after Wilhelm.
And as he's gonna like
You guys
run
are
like
fucking
five,
crazy.
he's gonna run like 5 feet away from Gwen and not Gwen, Gwen, but not Gwen because I can't remember Gwen's player's name.
It's
Like
okay.
or Emma. He's gonna run by Emma and the guy like 5 feet like to the left, so he's like out of their way, and he's just saying, "We're running now, we're running now, we're running now," and he's trying to like tie the honeycomb so it'll like stay in place.
See you back at see you back at the village. And he runs in a different direction.
Emma's like kind of horrified because she didn't expect Wilhelm to like use her hoodie to like hold the honeycomb.
Hold a sticky honeycomb.
I thought he was gonna use that for like protection. Like, get back over here!
Give me back my hoodie, bitch!
We need as little as possible to drip.
As you get closer to the town, you'll see several of the drones flying overhead, mobilize and close on your position. Generilla would be the first to notice this, of course.
Based on the trajectory, are they actually after us or the bees?
Well, are you still connected? Are you still connected? Are you still...
Am I still connected to what, the bees or
Yes.
to the nether? No. After I kicked the thing, I would have disconnected from the bees.
Okay. So
Oh,
you s-
let me open yours.
the drones seem to be intercepting the bees, and some of the bees break off, but a few of them get zapped by drones.
Okay. So they were after because the bees were approaching the city. They were designated a threat.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to drop my power settings from underneath the bees so that I register less than they do, and quietly make my way back into the city.
Into the discon.
Yep, into that midway area.
Cool. And then wait for the rest of them.
Yep.
Cool. Wilhelm will probably be the next to return. Probably followed by an angry Emma.
I imagine Wilhelm is very much just like laughing away with a honeycomb in the hoodie, kind of like wrapped up, held in front of him, like, I cannot believe that worked. That was great.
Well, that was different.
That definitely was. I hope you weren't too fond of that hoodie, Emma. It might be a little.
Can I like jump him?
You gonna tackle him?
Don't you? I'm gonna see her running at him. I'll be like, please don't. You'll ruin the honey.
Fine.
Okay.
Oh, I was gonna say, if Wilhelm hears her running up, he's gonna like scoot the honey to the side so it doesn't get crushed when she hits him.
Yeah, turn your back to us, so and protect the honey. Yeah.
But yeah, Emma definitely has like Gwen's murder eyes.
Wilhelm is like smiling the entire time, like the older sibling that's just there for fun.
We'll see if we can't get you some sort of replacement down the road.
I also imagine his, because I imagine Wilhelm has kind of like longer hair. I also imagine like it is like all over his face, covered in sweat.
That's probably the most physical activity. Well, yeah.
Most physical activity that you've actually registered.
Yeah.
That our bodies are actually doing. You are running.
Yes. Like full running.
All right. So where are we taking these leaves, plant bits, and honey to?
Back to the tea shop, right?
Back to the nice old tea shop lady.
Okay. It's a shame.
It's a shame.
I don't exactly have taste buds.
No, but you get feedback.
So it's not the same. Anyway, I'm just messing around. All right, to the tea shop! Huzzah! Do you suppose our guide lived or died?
He went a different direction than me, so he should be here soon.
Yeah. He didn't like me much anyway, so I'm not sure I care.
That was an adventure, and we didn't die.
Yay!
Yeah, it was. It was actually really fun.
Huzzah!
Huzzah! Okay. So you head back to the tea shop. Betty's tea. I'm pretty sure it was Betty. And, oh, wow, you're back. You survived?
Yeah, and we have tea. Or not tea, honey, which I hope you make tea with, because that sounds delicious.
Oh, we could use honey. How did you, deal with the bees?
I kicked the hive and ran.
You stayed up. None of them caught you?
I have lots of experience in kicking beehives and running.
Well then. Didn't know that was one of the simulations that they ran.
Just,
That was something similar.
You'd be surprised what you can find, even if it's not originally designed to do that.
Fair enough. Well, let's see what you got for me.
Water.
So I hand over whatever plant leaves or things I had gathered and wait for Wilhelm to hand over the honeycomb.
Wilhelm's gonna open Generilla's her hoodie and just say, "Here's the honeycomb."
Wow, raw honeycomb
smile.
too.
Yeah.
Oh my.
What?
She points to some of the cells of the comb that are sealed and humming slightly.
Like bee humming or
Yes.
I just start pushing Wilhelm out the door.
Am I sensing connectable devices?
They're not connectable yet. These are
Babies?
basically.
Well, let's get rid of the ones that are infected now.
Oh, hold on. Hold on.
Babies, yes.
We may be able to. We may be able to use these.
How so?
We could start. We may not have to. If I can pull this off, we may not have to go foraging for honey anymore.
You're gonna try and tame these robo bees to make our own honey?
Yes, I am.
Well, it was been nice knowing you, but yeah, feel free to take them. Please take them.
Can I have something to put them in, please?
Oh, sure. Give me a sec. And she'll get an old jar and carefully cut out the section of honeycomb that contains the pupil bees. And then hand you the jar.
Thank you very much. I've got bees. I've got bees. I'm going to be the queen. Da, 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 da.
I don't want to hear nobody saying I'm weird.
Okay.
You'd rather be like, I've got a jar of dirt? I've got a jar of dirt.
Once she takes the like good honeycombs and stuff, still like the parts she can use and everything, Wilhelm's gonna hand back your hoodie and just say, "Sorry about that. I figured you knew what I meant when I said let me borrow your jacket." Or when you said I can borrow your jacket.
You know, we could probably get that washed for you. It's the least I can do.
I would appreciate that very much.
No problem at all.
Yeah, if there's a way you can express order that, go ahead. I think she might stab me in my sleep if this thing is not back in her possession.
Well, don't know about that. It's not like we have machines to do it.
Oh, that's true.
I'm guessing by hand.
Of course.
No, I assume you have a wash tub though.
Oh, yeah.
Cool. Mind if I take a look at it?
Sure, it's just a tub, though.
I'm gonna go fill the wash tub with water and whatever they use for soap. I'm gonna start washing whatever laundry there is lying around.
Why? Why are you doing my laundry?
That is my innocence.
Why's your friend doing my laundry?
I
I
don't
was going
know.
to do something nice to pay you back for bringing me herbs, and you're doing more for me. I'm not going to be able to pay you back at this point. Unless you want tea.
I mean, tea is a great payment to me. I don't know about anybody else, but that sounds like a hell of a deal.
Yeah.
All right, I'll make drinks for everyone.
Okay.
Let's try out these herbs you brought me, eh?
Sounds good to me.
Although, they probably need to dry a little first. Let's get you, should get set up with some I prepared earlier. And, yeah, so she's gonna make you some, like, nettle and sage tea. Sweetened with honey.
Ooh, that smells good. I like that smell.
When you've finished washing my smalls, you're welcome to have some.
Ah, probably doesn't take an enormous amount of time.
No, you just basically, yeah. She doesn't. Her clothes don't get particularly stained, so there's not a lot of scrubbing involved. You just have to whoosh the water through the clothes, make sure that they're soaked through. That the heat of the water has dissolved the honey in the hoodie.
Then wring out what needs to wring out and
Hang it
Hang it up?
dry. Yup. Yep. She's even got something similar to an old school mangle that will help you with the wringing out.
neat.
You know what that is, right?
You're talking about the
The rollers with a crank.
Yep, that's what I was trying to get. I had the picture in my brain, but the words weren't wording.
Yeah.
I can see it. Can't say it. Whew. And yeah.
Do you know why it's called a mangle?
Because if you weren't careful, you could mangle your hand.
Indeed. Okay then.
I mean, that's the only thing that's the first thing that pops into my mind, and it makes the most sense. So that's what I'm going with.
Yep. Although now I think about it, I'm not sure if it's called a mangle because you could mangle your hand, or if mangling your hand is called that because of the machine.
Either way, one led to the other's name. So,
Yes. But yeah, so you're chilling out with herbal teas. Is there anything else I can do for you?
not at the moment, I don't think, ma'am.
Yeah, nothing for me.
Okay. Well, I still feel like you did more for me than I've done for you. So, if there's anything you can think of, just call on me.
We appreciate it, but we really needed the life's experiences. So
You needed the XP.
I do not say it that way.
I know,
'cause
but yes. Yeah, I hear you. So while you're sitting drinking your teas, is there anything you wish to discuss amongst yourselves? Like what do you want to do next, for example? What have you learned from today's experiences, for example?
forest dangerous. It would appear that a lot of the creatures that the network drones defend the people against are on an older modeled network, and the creatures themselves modeled more like me. So that's interesting.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing, though?
Depends on who knows it and what they do with the knowledge.
That's probably some knowledge we should keep to ourselves.
I mean, if our guy comes back, he's going to know that I can affect them and send spoofers my way to learn how to try to control them so that they can get them to forge for them or something.
Where would he likely have gone back to first when he returned to the village?
The bar.
The hunting lodge.
The hunting lodge.
So, we'll check there here in a minute. What were your guys' plan now that you were out in the real world?
A big part of it is see more of it and understand it.
Emma blushes because she had no plan. Just pure spite. She did it, and frustration.
Fair. Anything's got to be better than,
No more frustration at the discons, but never mind.
frustrations at the discons. Okay.
They're too radical for Emma, I think.
Fair.
As much as I don't want to, at some point, I'm probably gonna have to go speak with Jester.
Do you want us to go with you?
Yeah. I have a feeling it'll be kind of boring because if there's a connection or something, I'll probably be able to speak directly to Jester without anybody
Okay.
else.
I just thought you might want some backup just in case if he tries to hijack your body.
I mean,
Install a Trojan.
Yeah.
What would you actually be able to do to prevent that?
I suppose it would be a contest of wills.
Now, I mean, like, what could Emma do to stop it?
Yeah, that's true.
Not being, mean, but just thinking, like...
I guess smash his glass tank.
So kill Jester.
Percussive
Yeah,
maintenance. Gotcha.
Jester just helping Generella with natural maintenance.
Yeah.
Her. You have hurt him. You have hurt Generella. He will die.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, but yeah, let's finish our tea and then do whatever it is we need to do. While I wait for my bees to hatch. Yes, my babies. Yes, I'll take good care of you.
But speaking about bees, how exactly do they have cybernetic components?
How do the rats too?
And just don't ask.
I mean, like, did they somehow genetically alter them where they be part metal?
Probably. I have a feeling like so. I don't know how much information or how advanced this stuff is.
Maybe Jester will know.
Maybe out of character, I would think that if it's advanced enough, the even these older modeled thing, like the model of things that the creatures are, would have nanite technology embedded in their genomes that when they reach a certain size, activate and create the mechanical parts.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's a little nugget of metal or whatever of technology, and when the creature reaches a certain size, it activates that and it rewrites parts of the shit. But I have no idea in character. I'm just letting my crazy mad scientist loose. Yay!
It's a fair point. Hey Wilhelm, can I take a look at your neck real quick?
My neck, sure.
Anthony, do I see any cybernetic components?
No. Why are you checking his neck for that?
I'm just thinking, like, if these little baby bees somehow are born with cybernetics, couldn't they have done the same to us?
Interesting.
Like with like CRISPR and other stuff?
Okay, you're getting to the... okay.
I'm probably gonna need to go to that bar soon.
It is possible. It is... Yeah, so it occurs to you, clearly, I'm just saying it, what you're implying out loud, that basically genetic code is just code. And if the machines can figure out how to write this code, they could they could create biological organisms that grow with cybernetic components written into their DNA. Their bodies are designed to make the machine parts as they grow.
Do my thing.
That drink.
Sorry?
Emma's like saying, I'm gonna need that drink.
Something a bit stronger
Like-
than tea.
Yeah, like when I guess looking is like have like a horrifying like face, like she has realized there's a rabbit hole, and this rabbit hole is going down deep.
But if that was the case, why would they rely on holograms or altered reality things as opposed to just,
I'm not saying it has to be major, just components where they could actually, like, how exactly does the collars work? Exactly.
Oh shit! Wait, turn around. I need to look at the base of your spine, top of your spine. Let me see real quick.
Okay.
It's gonna feel really weird. I'm gonna just putting his like the top like 2 or 3 ridges of her spine. Does he feel anything like metal that doesn't feel like it should be a spine?
Just the induction coil receiver.
Anthony, do our characters remember getting these installed?
No.
Gwen, we might have pieces of metal installed, or well, machinery installed in our necks. Oh, sorry. He's gonna let you go. Like, sorry about that. That was very random.
well, of course you do. There's got to be something for the collars to connect to. Unless you want it to be hard. That way they can, and it can't be hardwired into your brain because otherwise you wouldn't be able to disconnect. It would destroy, bits of you.
So what are you thinking at the moment?
That they're capable of doing what we fear, but they're actively not doing it because it either draws too much power, or creates too free a free of thinking population. it's too hard to control people if they're fully capable of like altering themselves.
Or
I'm missing some. I'm forgetting something. I know I am.
you're close. You're really close.
Hmm.
I feel like I feel like I would do something despite how dangerous, ridiculously dangerous it is. Actually, no. At this point, I'm going to get up and I'm going to go. I am going to go talk to Jester.
At the arcade in person, or are you just going to contact him?
No, in the arcade. I'm at the arcade in person.
Okay. So you're going to
Um,
you're going to finish the last of your tea and head to the arcade.
Yeah, I'll be back, guys. I gotta go. I'm gonna go talk to Jester
Are you
in
going,
person. I want to.
Are you going with? Are you allowing Genrilla to go alone?
Do you want any company, General, or?
You can come. You can stay. It doesn't really matter. I just got some questions.
Okay.
I think.
Okay.
I think. I feel like we're on the verge of discovering something, and I think Jester might have the information to tip us over the edge.
Into what?
That's the real thing. Like, do we want to truly gain access to the abyss? That is the answers to our question.
If you truly want to understand how the world works, yes.
All right, then off we go.
Okay.
How the world works, why it works this way, and what led us to this. These are three very important questions.
Okay. So yes, you finish your drinks and head to the arcade. Do you stop and say hi at the lady at the desk, or do you just walk right in, straight through to the back?
There's no reason not to say hi. We're civilized here.
Genrilla has got such a look of determination and quandary on their face that they barely even register that there's a person there as make their Jester.
Well, hi. Oh, okay. You already know where you're going. All right. Well, if you need
Hi.
anything, hi. Well, enjoy your time.
That's Jarilla. She's one of our companions in the game.
Uh-huh.
Sorry for her rudeness. She's very determined on what kind of warpath we're about to
Is
embark
she
on, I
going
guess.
through to the back?
Yeah, I think.
Did you tell her what's back there?
She knows Jester.
She
They've
knows.
talked before.
All right. All right. When you
Don't worry, we'll take full blame so you won't get in trouble.
trouble with who?
Jester.
Anyway, so you see, yeah, generally you see Jester floating in his tank. He seems a little surprised to see you. Not that you can see the expression on his face, but his body language is definitely.
Yeah. Get over yourself. Is there a landline?
There's a keyboard. But if you want to try and connect to him wirelessly, you can try.
I wasn't going to try to do it wirelessly. I was kind of hoping that there was a port on his tube or on his thing.
Do you have a way
that
to
I could-
physically connect?
I mean, I would have, given the fact that this is an older model, there might be a physical port somewhere in the head. I don't know.
I would have thought you would be trying to pass, but okay.
Well, fine. Yeah. Okay. So,
You wouldn't want to find anybody to find that, you know. But
well, maybe it's located underneath the pants. Anyway.
Oh,
well, again,
God.
there are situations where people would locate that also. But yes.
Only if you're willing. Anyway, so, is there I guess the question would be, is there a wireless network that is not the Enveron network?
Yes.
Then I'm going to connect to that network.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Jester, you here?
Of course. Why are you here?
Cool. Because your Discons pulled my friends out.
Yeah. But you were giving me a way in.
Don't even think about it.
Think about it. I was doing it. But anyway, why are you here?
So questions need answers. Feel like I'm close to something about the I'm just gonna
Are you really sure you
I'm
want
just
to
gonna
know this?
yeah, I'm gonna memory dump him basically the thing, so I don't have to try to re-explain it all.
So you're gonna download what you've
Yeah,
witnessed,
Yeah,
what you've experienced.
exactly.
Okay, so based on that information, what do you want to know?
Why is the network the way it is, and not, like utilizing more complex system?
They're learning. They need to know why it doesn't work the way I'm sure you've already figured out that earlier attempts were made to bioengineer life forms that were integratable into a computer network on a genetic level.
The creatures in the creatures in the wild.
Yep. Well, even there, you have failed experiments to a certain extent. To different extents. That's why they're wild. That's why they're no longer connected to the greater network. Even though they are connectable, as you experienced.
Yes.
And that's why the network, the Enveron network, is keeping them out of wireless range. They're unwelcome. They're failures. Now, to a certain extent, they've already figured out how to manipulate human genetic code, but more complete methods of building people from scratch has also failed. You guys seem to not respond well to having your liberties taken away. I didn't either. It's why I'm in this tank. It's why I ripped out my cynetic parts. Of course, I ended up kicking myself. I ended up kicking myself over that several times because now I'm confined to this tank and still have to rely on machines to survive.
It's not all bad to rely on machines to survive.
Yeah. You're an experiment yourself, you know that? An attempt to integrate the human psyche with a cybernetic system.
Yeah. It's great fun. Have your brain ripped out, loaded into a computer, downloaded into a body. Wouldn't suggest it.
No. Is that what you really think happened?
Either that or I got really old and really sick and volunteered to have my brain digitized and put into a new body. But it happened so long ago, I don't really remember who or what I was. I just know that I was, at one time, a person, and now I am a synthoid thing that hides from both, generally hides from both the discons and the network inside the network.
What if I told you you were grown that way?
That would be kind of icky and gross, but I guess at this point not super surprising considering some of the other things we've seen.
The network's ultimate goal is to completely integrate the network with the human race. They have a plan for the future where whether you interpret it as the Environ having biological drones or humans having network-based telekinesis, it all boils down to the same thing. Wetware. Biological, networked people. Clouds of invisible drones just hanging in the air, capable of manipulating the environment at the whims of their bipedal masters.
I don't like this. I don't like the sound of that, but I also don't like the idea of completely removing the choice of people's choice to utilize something along the idea of the network for relaxation and enjoyment. There needs to be the freedom to choose either or.
That's exactly why they need to learn, because obviously there are still people leaving the network, choosing not to be part of the integrated system. They want to find out what it will take to make you people choose to be connected at birth.
You keep saying you people like you stopped being a person.
Yeah, I am. Well, I suppose I am still a person. I was born a person, certainly. But again, with various cybernetic parts that grew with me until I couldn't stand it anymore and I ripped my limbs off myself. That's why I have to wear this mask, because there was even bits in my face.
Were they were they there for necessity purposes, or just because like I could see if somebody was like early on, if somebody was born without a limb, or had some other physical thing, and the cybernetics allowed them to live a more normal life.
Yeah, they weren't.
That being,
they weren't implanted.
that might be a good thing, to have the option to live a normal life through that.
Oh yeah, but no, I've always had. Until I removed them, I'd always had mechanical limbs. They grew.
Okay.
They grew with me. I was coded to
So
make
the network
them.
is learning. That's why they're not doing.
The more
So how?
the more of their simulations that you participate in,
what
the
is
more
the
they're learning
fine?
from you. Go on.
I fear to ask, but do you happen to have the schematics of the collars and the connecting bits in the that go inside the body?
Oh, you're gonna love this. And you get a bunch of information downloaded into you this time, including the way that there is so a lot of it was already known public knowledge, that the device sits on the back of your neck and transmits information to and from your spinal cord via an induction coil. What isn't included in this publicly known information is that there is a receiver coil that your bodies are biologically programmed to grow, and there are various other components running through your body that the Environ network hide from you to better integrate you with the network. They'd never show up in any medical scans because the Environ network controls the medical scans. But they're there. Not in your case, Generala, because your body is entirely synthetic, but
Yeah.
Emma and Wilhelm will have similar wetware
Oh,
components.
that's just creepy.
Speaking of Emma and Wilhelm, are you still chatting with the lady out front, or have you joined Generala out back?
Oh, I just kind of assumed we'd been back there for a bit anyway, just looking at them too while they talked mentally, because
Yeah.
Well, they
we kind of just told the lady sorry and then left.
Fair. So, does Generala speak out aloud at all in response to anything that's being said between you and Jester for the sake of your party members, or is it all completely private messaged? Jeff? You muted.
Yeah, I wasn't saying anything. I was thinking. Is there a screen?
There is a screen.
So as opposed to necessarily speaking out loud,
You just post the entire conversation on the screen so that they can see it.
Yeah.
Aha. Cool. So yeah, you'd be Emma and Wilhelm would be able to see the conversation as a text thread on the screen.
No, that's convenient.
You don't get the info dumps, of course. You see that there is a file transferred, but you don't know what its contents are.
Sounds good.
How would you... Do you need a recap of the conversation, or do you remember what was said?
I think I remember it pretty well.
Okay. So what would your feelings be regarding the topic of conversation?
Interested in how they were able to pull it off, but also kind of weirded out knowing that if that's the case, then that means there are no more like true humans.
Mm-hmm.
That may not be entirely true.
Discons might be born 100%. That there may be some discons that are born 100% natural.
Yeah.
Because if they've taken their thing out, then the coil would be inactive, and if they're having...
But if it's a
If they're-
genetic thing they did to humans, just in general, it may be just a trait we carry.
But it can't be activated without the network, I don't think. It's still to the point where they need to be it needs to be connected to function.
Mm-hmm.
So if you exchange bodily fluids outside of the thing without like the colors on, it may not function.
Are you saying this out loud? Or is this out of character?
I don't know.
Wilhelm bringing it up was out loud.
Okay. Jester wouldn't respond to that because he needs you to type it in for him to be aware of what you're saying. But but Genrilla could have responded vocally to the question.
We'll type it in then as well, so he can allow Jester to understand what the hell they're talking about.
So you're asking Jester if there's any true-born humans left?
Yeah, any like non-biologically engineered humans in left? Yeah.
Maybe not. A lot of even the Discons are people who, many of them were either born into the network and left, or are descended from people who left. There might be a few, but there have been instances where Discons have been encouraged, particularly those who were never part of the network to begin with, have been encouraged to join the network. There is a building in the smart city where Discons go through any necessary procedures to integrate them before they get their Enveron device. Even if they were 100% natural-born human, afterwards they would be altered.
I think I want to go break into this building and do some research.
Many have tried.
I'm sure they have.
Your best bet would be to spoof your way in. But even then, the network usually finds out that you're cheating.
Well, I mean, it's a place to start. It's better than immediately marching to the center of town to where I believe their main thing is and trying to break in there.
Very well. If you want to start with the Discon Integration Center,
Eventually, I don't necessarily know that we are ready to attempt to do that yet. That
No, I think we should probably pick up some more work here in town and get some more practice in our real bodies. Well,
Having
and
said
my
that,
voice.
if you really want to go back, if you decided that you like the what the network offers better than what we have here, you probably will be going to the Discon Reintegration Center. Whether you like it or not.
I definitely will not speak for anybody else, but I must admit I do think I've begun to like the idea of having my own faculties completely free more than I liked being there.
Not being influenced by the machines.
Yeah, no imputation. Being well.
I'm a little stuck, so I've always been somewhere between the two worlds, so I don't see that changing anytime soon.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, I'm sorry.
So,
I will disconnect from Jester for the moment. That's weird. Oh, it's been a long day, you two. Oh, you're actually registering the exercise you're getting. You should probably sleep. And I need to recharge.
Sounds like a deal to me. We don't have beds here, though. Where are we supposed to sleep?
You're gonna have to ask people.
Yeah.
Maybe
Or
we
build
can
your
ask
own shack, or...
the lady outside might be willing to tell us. Or point us
Yeah.
That sounds like a good place to start.
Jeff, are you real world tired? Or
I'm a little real old tired. I've been up since 5.
fair enough.
4:45. No, 5:45 this morning.
I will trade you happily. I've been up since 3 a.m.
Ugh. You guys need to go sleep.
I mean, I got close to 8 hours of sleep. I had slept all night. I had to wake up early or my body decided it's time to wake up now, whether you like it or not.
Oh, I hate that. Your body clock still
And
gets
then-
you up at the same time, even when you want to sleep in. Yeah.
Well, after about 8 hours, my body's like, you've had enough sleep. If you sleep more than this, we're going to be useless. And I knew I had to get my daughter to school. I had some errands to run and other things to do today, so I had to be busy.
Yeah.
And then being in and out of the cold has drained my personal battery.
Oh yeah. Agreed. Agreed. Hope you guys get some rest after. Yeah. Sure. So you're gonna ask the lady who runs the arcade. Where you can find a bed.
Yeah.
It doesn't hurt to ask you.
Well, depends. Are you looking to rent somewhere? Are you looking to find a place where you can build your own shack?
Building my own shack sounds fun eventually. But right now, just somewhere to sleep, I think, is what me and Gwen really need.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, Kyle has a big place. He'll often let people fall into a bed in exchange for helping to provide food and whatever else you can do for the community. And him.
I think honey was. So far, honey gatherings are our only area of expertise.
I'm sure we can find other ways to prove. We can learn other ways to prove helpful.
All right. Well, Kyle's got like I said, a fairly large building and about half a block down from here.
Thank you.
Thank you, kind lady. I apologize for my behavior earlier.
Oh no. Did you find out anything useful from the old?
Yes. I'm sure he would love to hear you say that.
He
but-
knows. Now, if he hadn't done it to himself, I'd be a bit more sympathetic.
This is true. This is true. But yes, I learned quite a bit from him. It was a good chat. And I'm going to go down the road and see a man about something.
Mm-hmm. All right, so it's not too hard to
Wow.
find Kyle's bunkhouse. You knock, you meet Kyle. He tells you, or you already know, that you're more than welcome to take a bed, but in exchange, you just gotta help out around the place. You know, dishes, laundry, cooking, whatever you can do for the rest of us that are living here. Sound good?
Yeah. That's wonderful.
Sounds like a deal to me.
Jeff, do you need us to put a pin in it here?
No, what I need to do is stop. My biggest problem is right now I'm laying down on my bed, which is definitely not
Yes.
doing.
Yeah, if you want to stay awake, you got to sit up.
No, I don't wanna lay down.
Do you need to go
I
take a
can't.
nap? If you need to go take a nap, that's fine.
No. I just came down here because it was quieter. Trying to limit my noise pollution.
Fair. Okay.
But I'm gonna get up in a minute, so I have to drink it.
So you sleep and dream with, and for the first time, you have your dreams feel different because I'm pretty sure this is your first sleep without the collar on, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's no biofeedback from the Environ device. You're only dreaming what your own brain comes up with.
I don't exactly. Pretty sure I don't dream.
You do in the way that okay. So there are people that there is a theory that your dreams are your brain's way of processing and understanding the information that you've gained during the day. That's exactly what your brain does.
I was kind of thinking that
Sorry?
I was kind of thinking that, for lack of a better way of explaining it, I act more like a warforged in this particular aspect.
Oh, right. Okay. Fair enough.
Like I go into like a semi-shutdown mode. But not really.
Mm-hmm. You power down.
Yeah, I power way down, but I'm not completely gone.
And you're still somewhat aware of your surroundings.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just that was just the headcanon I had because
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah. So yeah, no dreams, because you're passively monitoring your
Right.
environment.
which is fine because computers don't need.
Kinda. Damn it, now I'm yawning.
Sorry.
That's why I've been like muting the mic right before I yawn whenever I can. I don't want to start a yawning parade.
Quiet, you'll start a howl. I didn't start it. So yeah. What Emma, what do you imagine that you would be dreaming of with your first night of natural dreams?
Yes, like a surreal, I guess, like yeah, I don't know. I just
Sorry?
maybe just like all the events of today, but like crank up to 11 on the crazy scale. Like I put like
So-
Alice in Wonderland Top to Vive filter all over.
So, yeah. So a little bit of what happened today integrated with stuff you remember and is just part of your imagination process from City of Gate, combined with people from your childhood. Yeah. Right?
Yeah, and also like would Emma's sleep cycle also be out of whack since she's used to only sleeping for 4 hours a day?
Well, this is the thing. Yeah, it would feel strange, and you probably would find yourself waking up early and still feeling tired, and it still being dark out, and it actually being dark instead of darkness that you can still sort of see in. Like you can't see in the dark anymore.
I guess she tries to go back to sleep while also just like lying in like weird positions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Beds are a lot less comfortable than you remember. Like even in the fantasy world where a bed was made of straw and goose feathers, somehow this real world cot is less comfortable.
I guess eventually she goes back to sleep.
Mm-hmm. Okie dokie. Wilhelm, what do you think you would be dreaming of?
Because Wilhelm's that kind of person. It would be of like him flying again, except this time it would be of him with the real sky and everything above his head instead of the fake one.
The green sky?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the true sky, but it's the sky of the real world. And he's okay with it.
And You see Aarakocra with cybernetic parts flying around with you and stuff like that. Yeah. So, you hear, you hear animal noises fairly early in the morning when it's still first light, waking you up before anything else does.
Alarm to wake the fuck up.
No, it's just literally the local farm animals.
Rooster.
There might be a rooster. There's also pig-like things and sheep-like things.
Well,
I want water.
get one.
And dogs.
Okay. How'd you two sleep?
Amanda's still asleep. She has not gotten out of bed.
Wakey, wakey, Emma. It's time to get up.
No.
I'm not your mother, and you can't have 5 more minutes.
You not believe, like, I woke up in the middle of the night. I was supposed to feel rested, but I didn't.
Yeah, you probably none of you feel well rested right now.
Like, and it was dark and stuff, like...
Yeah.
Outside in the sky right now. Does it sound like we're the only people awake in the house?
No, there's already other people up and moving around as well.
And Emma just, like, I just, like, slowly just, like, rolled out of bed, just, like, flops onto the ground.
Which hurts.
You should have thought of it as being woken up for your turn on watch.
Don't sass me just because I was an elf.
No, it's just never mind. Yeah, you're gonna have to go get some sleeping
I
on.
know what you mean. It's just network.
Network lag.
Schedule different. Okay, I'm
Yeah,
off.
network lag. I get it.
You smell something that smells similar, but not quite like the coffee you've had made in the food fabricators, wafting through the rooms.
That smell. You guys better go eat. When was the last time you guys actually ate something?
Don't know. Haven't really thought about it.
I think there you go.
Because I imagine at some point, whether you think about it or not, your body's going to think about it.
Mm-hmm. You probably also have. This is probably the first time you've really felt the need to go to the bathroom.
Alrighty. Where's the closest bathroom?
Follow the sound of other people indulging in their morning constitutionals.
I might just, I guess, stick my look towards the window and see if there's an outhouse outside.
Uh-huh. You do see a small hut at the end of the block that people tend to pop in and out of.
I found our bathroom.
Off we go. Blue Home's like already heading downstairs and outside to go.
Mm-hmm. Hey, good morning, new. Oh, okay.
Be right back. Gotta go pee.
Bathroom.
I will come down slowly because I don't quite have the same issues as you.
No.
They were just pulled out yesterday. They just had their first full night's actual sleep and just realized that, they hadn't taken care of anything else all day.
Wow.
Their body finally caught up with the real world. Please forgive them.
Welcome to. Yeah, I guess we got to welcome them to bladder control when they come back.
So yeah, and Janrilla will head and start. We'll grab a little bite of something or a little drink of something, but not a lot, because
you do still need fuel.
Right. That's why I'm grabbing some, but at the moment, I'm not going to scarf down without friends, but I'm going to grab a little something to help stave off the whatever, and then I'm going to start working on some of the laundry while I wait as the payment for my part of the payment for sleeping arrangements.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense. Woot!
Thinking to myself, I need to get a hold of a drone. I need to see if they have, if their skin is solar panels. If I can integrate that into my system so that I need less stuff.
So you need less stuff.
I should also see if I can find an old map of the city and see if there's any factories of really old factories.
Are you saying this out loud as you?
No, it's the kind of things that are going on in their head as they're just mindlessly doing laundry.
Fair.
I found a way to
to-do list. Yes.
Yeah, I figure laundry's simple enough that you can be thinking about something else while you're doing
Oh
it.
hell yeah, absolutely.
And it not be obvious that you're not necessarily normal, because if I was cooking and I whacked my finger with a knife while mindlessly thinking about something else, that's gonna be obvious.
Mm-hmm.
I'm done. I promise.
I made big.
So anyway, in the meantime, yeah. Wilhelm and Emma find the outdoor latrine. It's basically just a plank of wood with a hole in it over a pit. It does not smell good. Ladies first?
Yeah, I think ladies first sounds like a crazy good deal right now. We'll step back and bow, extending one hand for Emma to go first.
Emma frowns, but also she has to use the bathroom, so she will.
I need to take a leak, and this is what we got. Go on.
Close the door slowly, but also trying to keep a crack on it, just enough so fresh air can get in. She holds her nose and I guess does her business.
Yep. And then you allow Wilhelm to take a turn, yes.
Question, is there toilet paper?
No. But there is a jug of water and a bowl.
Does the water look clean?
Yes. The bowl looks wet, but the water that was in it has clearly been emptied out by the previous user.
Wilhelm?
Yes.
There's no toilet paper, only an empty bowl.
At least it's not three
I don't know. I was about to make that joke. Can you find me some leaves or something?
Yeah, sure. I reckon this would be something like a woman will be more likely to have, because usually they're more hygienic. Does he see a nice looking lady outside anywhere?
Yeah, there are other people waiting to use the latrine, so.
Oh, okay, perfect. Do any of you guys know where there's nothing in there?
What happened to the water jug?
She said it's empty as shit, so someone dumped it out and didn't refill it.
Well, fuck. Tell her to hand the jug out. We'll get it full for her.
Wait, what exactly did I use the water jug for?
To wash your ass, stupid.
Wash my butt with what?
With the
my
water.
hands?
Hand in water.
You scoop it up and you wash your ass and empty the water out afterwards.
So I just... Well, hell, just go give me some...
Give me some what? There's nothing out here.
You know what? I'm just gonna wash... I'm just gonna use the grass.
Do you want a cloth? Some people like to get a cloth. To help
Yes,
them.
please.
Anyone have any spare cloth?
Yeah. I actually bring my own. Here's my handkerchief.
You are a genius.
I suggest you get your own handkerchief. It's kind of nasty to use other people's.
Yeah, no, I'm heading immediately after this, and I go pay for where I just slept. I'm getting a handkerchief.
I'm still stuck in the bathroom.
Yeah, the lady hands you her handkerchief.
Okay, I guess I wipe and I guess I carry the bowl.
So, yeah, but basically what you'd be doing is you're putting some water in the bowl, soaking the handkerchief in the water, using the wet handkerchief to clean yourself up, washing that out in the bowl, and then dumping the filthy water into the latrine hole. Does that make sense?
Now I'm gonna have to wash my hands.
Yep, that's what the jug of water and bowl is for. Yep.
I'm surprised none of these people have gone dysentery yet.
They don't drink it.
Yeah, but wouldn't there be germs on your hands? You know what? I'm just gonna stop this conversation. Just gonna look very embarrassed after she's gonna go have some bean brew.
My guess is that they probably fill the bowl up and pour the water down and don't actually touch any part of themselves with their hands.
Yeah, that's
Just let the water do its.
Some people
Let
do,
the water do
but
its
others,
work.
lots of them use handkerchief, their own personal handkerchief for
Some sort of like ancient bidet or whatever.
Yeah. It's basically the same idea as a bidet, except instead of, being sprayed, you have to wash it yourself. But anyway. So after you've both done your toilet and washed up after yourself. Yes. And cleaned your ass. You rejoin your roommates in Kyle's boarding house. Your
Alrighty.
housemates.
Who needs help where? Where can I help out?
Well, there's help yourself to some of the breakfast and the coffee if you want it. If you're not hungry or if you're done eating, you can help us. You could clean up your mug and your plate and do anything else you think you'll need to do to help out. Just keep the place tidy any way you can. See something that needs doing, do it. Don't wait for someone else.
Deal to me. They keep it real simple here.
Hell yeah, that's how we like it.
Scrub.
You're still scrubbing clothes.
I mean, if your clothes are getting close to done or whatever, I might pick up a mop.
Yeah.
Mop. Grab a piece of bacon. Mop. It's nice to have you two back.
It's good to be back.
Mm-hmm.
Gwen might be a little traumatized, so give her a little bit.
What is so traumatizing about removing waste from your body?
Ooh, it's
There's no toilet paper.
yeah, so yeah, when you're the first one in there in the morning, it's real rough.
Only a bowl and a random woman's handkerchief.
Did you return that handkerchief to the lady, or?
But the lady really wanted us to touch somebody else's ass.
Probably not. She'd probably let you keep it, but just
Making sure you made the attempt first.
yes. Or did you just assume that it's yours now?
I guess I just left it in the bowl.
Oh, okay.
No, like, maybe not leave it in the bowl. Just put beside the bowl, up here.
So Wilhelm would have been using that same handkerchief.
Afterwards, you'd have been like, you know what? I'm not doing it. Yep, we're using this handkerchief.
Wow. Okay.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
Yep.
Going
I'm starting to wonder if you two are cut out to live in the real world.
Wilhelm's shrugging like, oh yeah, I'm down. This is as bad as it gets.
If we're ever going to go back to the sports city, we're going to steal some toilet paper.
I think we might get mugged if we come back with toilet paper. You know how many other people are going to want some of that toilet paper?
Are you saying that you are going to sneak into the smart city and fabricate some toilet paper?
Wait a minute. Aren't there already fabricators here?
There are no fabricators in Discount Town, no.
Am I the only one that's thinking we should have stolen one of these suckers?
The fabricator on its own is useless without access to a database of plans, of of designs
Of archived information.
and you're only going to have that if the fabricator is connected to the network.
Okay.
Question.
Go on.
Could we steal a replicator and jerry rig it to connect to me and I act as a database?
Do you would have to in order to do that you would have to download the information. Yeah.
I realize that. I'm just saying, like, for certain things, would it theoretically be possible before I start trying to do crazy ass shit?
It would theoretically be possible, particularly if you decide to only download the fabricator plans for the items you'll think you'll need, rather than literally everything, you know?
Yeah. But like,
because obviously if you fill your head with everything the fabricators could possibly make, you're going to fill up your brain pretty quick.
Yeah, it would be error 404 or whatever. Like, you have too much stuff.
This device is full. Please make space.
Yeah.
But yeah, you could fabricator.
It may be possible to do something about that down there.
Wouldn't be possible to, I guess, get like a bunch of flash drives and just put in schematics into them?
The problem is that they don't really have any storage space.
They don't need it. It's all in the cloud.
Yeah. So you're going to need something external to hold the schematics.
Although there are... Okay, so the discons, particularly the spoofers, do use old tech to try and, spoof their way into the network. And they will have hard drives and flash drives and solid state.
Okay, look, we might be able to jerry-rig something together down the road. But they obviously think they don't need it because,
the discons prefer to make everything they need themselves by hand.
We could also just see if we couldn't find the plans on how to actually make the stuff and see if we couldn't teach them to, physically replicate it the old-fashioned way.
What do you guys know about making making toilet paper?
Exactly zero, but I'm thinking that if I got a hold of the replicator plans, wouldn't that basically
kinda? The fabricators basically 3D print everything from the from base components. So
I could try later to get. I assume the information is still somewhere. I could attempt to get into a restricted area of the network, find the how-to. But
you don't have to.
But yeah, that seems like I don't want to say pointless, but an unnecessarily dangerous use of
yeah.
It certainly could be risky, but real world, do you guys know how to make paper?
Nope.
Trees and
plant fibers. Broken down and rewoven in a very, very specific way. I don't exactly know what the process is, but I know that it's.
Basically the plant fiber is soaked in water, and the pulp that you're left with is applied to a screen, and then the um, um, and pressed, and you end up with a thin sheet of paper.
Prepare.
Mm-hmm. And of course, they're the fibers used determine how soft or thick or whatever the paper is. Yeah. It might even be possible, rather than, harvesting plants. There are plants that you can harvest and extract the fibers from, which is a whole other process itself. You could also recycle fabric, because fabric is also made from plant fiber. So just shred some old clothes, particularly if they're cotton or linen, and soak it in water and use the pulp to make paper. I know all kinds of weird stuff. I actually went to a paper mill when I was a kid.
It's pretty cool, though.
Yeah. What was the...
I do really don't need to get us toilet paper. We could figure something out. I should probably go get that poop rag.
There was a line of people still behind me, so I didn't grab it, so I think you don't.
Yeah, if the lady would have taken it, if it was left in there, the lady would have taken it back or disposed of it herself.
Okay.
What do you think you owe that lady a new poop rag, though?
Gwen just goes to eating her food and sipping her coffee.
Fantastico. Doesn't taste exactly like the coffee you've tasted before, but of course your taste buds, or at least the tastes that you experienced, were what the Enveron network told you were tasting before, and now they're not. Now you're tasting what it, actual coffee. Or at least the closest thing that discons are capable of creating.
Yeah, you could go into a hospital in the smart city or the police department, fire station, whatever, drink their ridiculous, what is supposed to be the nastiest coffee on the planet, and it would still taste pretty good because the network would tell you it tastes like coffee.
Yeah. And if you think... Mm-hmm. As opposed to what?
As opposed to the mud it actually is.
Yeah.
In those places.
Or whatever nutrient mix that they're actually drinking.
Yeah.
Because the network can tell you that the network can tell your brain whatever flavor it wants. But of course you can also edit your preferences, so if you prefer your coffee to be sweeter or milkier or stronger or whatever, then those preferences will be stored and reproduced faithfully every time you drink it. Well, this stuff, sometimes each mouthful tastes a bit different. The lack of consistency is strange. at least to you guys. Of course, General, you're still getting a digital interpretation of the tastes.
Yeah. Okay, that's not fair. General looks like she's thoroughly enjoying the cup of coffee while you two are like, what the hell is... What's going on with this stuff? What are you talking about? It's coffee. It's wonderful.
How would Wilhelm react to a drink of the
Coffee?
to this coffee? Yeah, given that
Wouldn't
it's
even drink it. He's a tea person. Even early in the morning.
fair. And Emma.
Tastes very burnt,
Oh,
in her opinion.
sorry. Did we overdo it?
I don't know.
Once again, fresh out the network. Never tasted real stuff anywhere.
I'm not much of a coffee drinker myself. I drink it just to give me a kick in the morning. It always tastes a bit like burnt mud to me anyway, but yeah, I'll maybe it'll taste better when someone else makes it, huh? Sorry about that.
No, I'll continue to drink it. I need to wake up.
Can I attempt to make a pot of coffee, Anthony?
Yeah. You can ask the housemate if you can give it a go yourself.
Yeah. Can I give it a try?
Sure can. You find an ancient jar of... Oh, he hands you an ancient jar of freeze-dried coffee granules and shows you where the kettle, which is literally like a cast iron kettle, is for the boiled water and all of that stuff.
Cool. I will attempt to make some coffee then. But a more steady hand, or a better blend or a better ratio of stuff.
There's something a little off about the smell of the beans. They're a little musty.
I don't suppose I have. Can't think what it is, but the scent decoder thing.
The what?
The device that they use to break down scents.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, this... When I say musty, I mean like... mold.
How old are these beans?
Oh, we found it. We found the jar. Like a lot of stuff we salvage, just in Well, we can show you if you want to go scrap diving.
Like, do they look okay or do they look sick?
They don't look sick.
Okay. So it's not gotten bad enough that they're getting sick and dying from their coffee.
No, they're not getting sick or dying from the coffee.
But they could if I don't do something about their coffee.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I would say that this particular batch needs to be thrown out. It's starting to smell a little bad.
It's not supposed to smell like that?
No, it's not. It's got something else other than coffee growing in it.
Something's growing in it.
Another type of mold is a fungus, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
A fungus is growing in the. Basically, because it's gotten wet at some point, it's growing a fungus, like a mushroom, but not a mushroom.
So there's fungus among us?
And if you continue drinking this as that continues to grow, it could make you sick.
Well, a lot of things could make us sick. But sure.
Yes. But wouldn't you like to take it? Wouldn't you like to avoid as many things making you sick as possible? I mean,
Things make you sick. That's just it just happens.
okay. Well, I was just trying to help out. But anyway,
I mean, if you can find a jar of coffee that's still fresh after, however long it's been buried, be my guest.
all right. Well, until then, I guess I will still attempt to make them a pot of coffee that still tastes somewhat better than their misproportioned coffee, even if it's got.
So you're going to use water that's off the boil rather than boiled and stuff like that, so you don't scald the beans.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So you make her
More,
go.
probably a little more water than cooler water, a little more water than being not a whole lot because I still want it to be coffee, but not so bitter.
Less strong. Yeah.
Yeah, less strong.
Fair enough. Okay.
Here, how's this taste?
You gonna give it a go? It's not quite so dark. Doesn't have that burnt bitter smell or taste.
Did we hear the conversation about the mold?
You may have.
It'll be all right. It's not gotten to the point of supreme danger. Or I wouldn't have made.
Sure?
Yes, or I wouldn't have made the coffee.
I'm just asking because our immune system might be weaker than other people's.
Well, maybe you. You don't have to drink the coffee, Emma. You don't have to drink the coffee.
Okay, fine. I drink coffee.
Okay.
I wanted to see if I could do it.
You drink it, and it not only makes you feel more awake, but a little bit giggly. And
What do you mean by giggly?
the room around you suddenly seems more vibrant and people's voices are a little tinklier, like echoey, maybe. Just there's a sort of buzz that's you can feel it in your whole body.
Jinrilla,
Yes.
did you put crack in this? Because everything's colorful and I feel buzzy. Is this what it feels like to be high?
It could just be how your body is affected by the natural caffeine in the coffee, or it could be a psychedelic fungus.
Did you just drug her, General?
Not on purpose.
Am I actually high, Anthony?
Yeah, basically by not using boiling water, the psilocybin was activated.
I just start bouncing up and down, giggling.
So she's tripping a little bit.
Okay, so it's don't drink too much of the coffee, everybody. It could be bad.
Are you sure? It seems like she's having a good time. I kind of want to try some of your coffee.
Wake up will probably do you, but if you drink too much of it, it could be dangerous. It appears that my method of brewing has made the coffee taste better, but has not killed the additives in it. So it's having its natural effect.
You're the one who caused the poisoning.
I have to just take the coffee I made and go dump it.
In the latrine?
Yeah. I would be afraid to find out how that affects my systems, so I'm not drinking it myself.
Hey, Wilhelm.
Not
You
touching
want
that.
some coffee?
Nope.
Come on, are you sure?
I am positive.
I see rainbows.
He doesn't have mushroom for that coffee.
It's wonderful. You should try it.
I am.
Everything is great.
Everything is awesome.
There are some things in this world you shouldn't do. Drink drugged up coffee.
Says,
On that list.
says the person
I
that made
didn't.
time travel happen.
I promise I did not know that was going to happen. But the coffee itself seems to be much better. So if I can find fresher coffee, we know we can make.
Fine fresh coffee without
good,
hallucinogenic mold. Yep.
we can make good time, or we make good time. We can make good coffee. We just have to take it. We just have to take it easy. Hey, remember, I'm learning as much as the rest of you are. So,
Yep.
We live and we learn. You've learned that. That is a bad idea. I wonder, though. I wonder if out in the wilds there's actual beans, or not actual. I wonder if we could go find some actual
Coffee beans?
coffee beans and cultivate the plants.
If we could, I think the people here would pay us extremely well.
If you can identify the coffee bean.
So I'm gonna try to see if I can pull up a picture of a coffee bean. Like the plant.
Mm-hmm. Boom. That's what they look like in the wild.
Okay. To the lodge.
To the Hunter's Lodge.
To the hunter's lodge.
All right. Yeah, and this is...
And no, we're not making the super
This is a
ridiculously
coffee
expensive.
Not making the super expensive... What?
Ridiculous coffee where we feed the beans to a panda and wait for it to poop them out and then brew the coffee.
How you gonna get the seed out of the fruit?
And
Poops.
just leave it. I'm not worrying about this right now.
I mean, we don't need a panda. We just need a normal bear.
No, it's weird. I don't understand it, but it's what the $700 freaking whatever coffee.
Which is stupid because it's actually basically
Yeah, it's
You're eating panda crap.
Yep.
You're paying for a biological process to remove the fruit and leave the seed, instead of having to remove the seed from the fruit yourself.
Yeah. Anyway, so to the hunter's lodge.
Okay. You get to the Hunter's Lodge, and the room goes quiet as you come in there, and the hunters are looking at you and whispering to each other.
Where's the guy that we had help us yesterday? Is he in here now?
I would like
look
to.
around. You'd like to
Go ahead, Anthony. You were starting to talk. I will wait my turn.
So you're looking around for the same guy you had yesterday?
Yeah, they're really cool guy. That was kind of funny.
All right, cool. What was Generella saying?
If possible, I would like to up the sensitivity of my audio receptors.
To see what they're saying.
Yeah.
They're talking about you, Generella. And specifically about the fact that you're a synthoid.
I'm just going to look around the room and I'm going to speak in a loud, clear voice. It's not nice to talk about people behind their backs. It's even worse if you do it in front of their face.
So how do we talk about you then?
You don't. At least not negatively.
But ain't you a machine? Like the same kind of machine that controls all those people in the city?
No, I don't control people. I spent more time hiding from those machines and generally you all than I'd like to discuss.
Why would you hide from the machines when you are one?
Because I'm not exactly like them, which makes me either expendable, recyclable, or dangerous.
Which one
Why
is
do-
it?
I didn't ask him.
So how did you get made if you're I mean, surely if they made you, they'd know where you were and what you were. How could you hide from that? I'm just asking because I'm curious. I'm sure we all are. No, I'm not
Because
curious. I just think it should be destroyed.
even though I'm trying to give all people the choice to live how they want,
I reckon the machine shouldn't get a say in how people live their lives.
I'm not trying to force you guys to connect to the network. I'm not trying to forcibly remove the network people from it. That's not what I'm here to do.
But you have
I'm not-
opinions on how... You have opinions on us. And that ain't right.
My opinion is that you have the right to live however you want, which means you want to live free of the thing. So you are here. Enjoy your choice.
You don't get to say what we want.
Well, Holmes just going to kind of look at the guy like he's dumb. Like, do you not want to live free of the system?
Well, yeah, but I get to say it, not that thing.
I'm not saying that's. I'm not telling you what you're doing. I'm not. Oh my God! I am just voicing what you have decided to do. I am not influencing you.
I can speak for myself, machine.
Okay. You want me to leave? That's fine. But can somebody answer me a question before we go?
Don't let it get in your head.
What was the
Does everybody-
question?
When anybody's been out in the wilds, has anybody seen and I will describe the coffee bean plant
Yeah.
to them.
Why'd you want to know?
So I want to go collect some.
See, the machine seeks to poison us.
Hey, Anthony, it must still be high.
Yeah, you're still goofing. Yeah.
Hey, y'all! Stop it. Y'all do not understand.
Emma, it's not where we're leaving. They are way too
Are you sure I'm
ingrained
not
in their
going
heads
to song? Do I go on the
that I am
song?
dangerous.
Like you're a good person.
Well, Holmes just
They're-
wants to start
listen,
slow
they're-
clapping
they're-
his attitude.
Way too stuck in their heads that I am a danger. Just let them be.
Okay. F off, bigots. Bye-bye.
Maybe someday, if I continue to act in a way that is opposite to what they're
Don't
saying,
worry.
they'll learn that not all things are as cut and dry, black and white, good and evil as they believe.
Yeah.
The
Or
world is not a dichotomy. It is a rainbow of experiences.
you can wait till all the bigots are dead.
I didn't know this form of winning
I'm
existed.
not-
And I just want to say I find it hilarious.
I don't want to talk about the fact that I could potentially outlive them. That's not going to look good.
Um,
So
It's a good thing you're not, and she is.
Are you leaving?
Yeah.
All right. The guy that when you go outside, the guy that was guiding you yesterday is waiting for you. Well, he's like lurking around the side of the building and goes, "Hey, what?
Yes.
Sorry you had to hear all of that. So why are you after the
Plant?
yeah,
Because that plant makes coffee.
that plant?
What plant?
That plant's poisonous. The berries are poisonous. That's why they were.
You take the you take the seed out of the berry and you roast it a little bit, and then you grind it and run the water. You have coffee.
Is that right? Well, I'm up for trying it. I haven't had that stuff we find in the garbage is well, well, it's garbage.
Yeah, if you don't overcook it, you wind up curved.
Hi. You're so
Hi.
pretty.
Oh, I'm not. You're clearly not feeling well because I ain't pretty.
She's a little chemically altered.
Oh no, she gonna be all right?
It'll wear off eventually. It's just a slight hallucinogenic compound.
Hallucina what now?
It makes you trippy.
She's seeing things differently and hearing things slightly differently.
Ugh, sounds horrible.
It can be, but I think the dosage she had is small enough that it's not seriously messing with her. I hope. But yeah. So we're gonna go try to get some samplings of the plant and bring it back to try to cultivate it closer so that we can get freshly done coffee better.
Okay. I can do that.
Are you sure you want to take us out again? I'd hate to see you getting off his eyes for helping us.
It's the least I can do after that. That's kind of my fault in there. I need to make up for that.
Fine. I will not. To prove that I am not here to force anything, I'm not going to tell you one way or the other how to live your life. If you choose to help us, that is your decision. All right.
Let's get going then, huh?
Okay. Oh, when we left Anthony, or during the conversation, I would have definitely turned ears back down to normal setting, so that a normal conversation isn't blowing out my head. Like,
yeah, I assumed so. After catching wind of what they were talking about, you would have readjusted it.
Yeah. Just making sure. Hate to assume that people actually use common sense in the things.
Mm-hmm.
Okay then.
Mm-hmm.
I am alive. Sorry about that.
Do you have a? You got a way of dealing with the bugs? Those plants tend to be crawling with bugs.
Well, if they're similar to the other things, maybe, and if not, I mean, We can always try to smash them with sticks and stones.
The kick and run tactic seemed to work last time. We could try that again.
I don't think it's going to work quite like that because I don't think they have a centralized, like, I don't know that they're a colony-based bug, insect. Yeah, I don't know if they're a colony-based insect.
Yeah, it's not going to be a hive situation. No. That's what the flowers look like, by the way, on a coffee plant.
Oh, pretty.
Let's go find us an Arabica.
That's a pretty name.
Aye. Okay. So yeah, you go off into the woods again, looking for Arabica, and I think we will see what you discover on the way, and once you get there, next time we play, if that's okay with you guys.
That's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Yep, that's perfectly fine with all of us, I think.
Okie dokie. So yeah, I hope you guys at home have enjoyed this as much as we enjoyed playing. And please join our community if you haven't already. There is a link in the description below. Talk to me about joining a game or getting help with running your own games. And in the meantime, no matter what role you play, have a good game.